Hey, what is up everyone? Marshall here that films the Kiamichi Road and DeQuidi's Road on the hot rails. Marshall's here and my buddy Josh is right there behind me somewhere. Nope, he's right over there. There's my buddy Josh and his mama right over there. There's my little brother. There goes Kiamichi Freddy. There they go. They're heading west to Hugo. They just had to stop up and drop a couple of rock cars off. They're going to do a couple of rocking on the railroad. They're going to lay some new ballast rock on the rail and other stuff, and they're not done putting welded rail. So there's only a few sections left, and they probably got a little bit more to go. But pretty soon this will all be welded rail to be for fast trains coming through here. So pretty soon there will be welded rail, because you can tell this is there's the new railroad bar. This is what they are putting in, and so when they put this in, and this is gonna be a looking good track. It's gonna look nice and pretty and very attractive to look at. So, and one more thing, I'm at Fairground Crossing Road. Josh and them went that way. So I want to do something right quick for you guys. All right, everyone. If you hear a train or you don't hear a train or nothing like that, always stop, look, and listen at railroad crossings, and always watch for you before you go over the railroad tracks. And it doesn't matter if it has a yield sign on it with a crossbuck or has a stop sign, you're supposed to yield at it. So basically come to a stop. If anybody don't like that what you're doing behind them, then they're the ones that had issues. But technically you're supposed to yield at a railroad crossing, especially a crossbuck and a railroad crossing. Just because it has lights on it and everything else, sometimes the crossing may not work or be activated. So always be cautious when you're approaching an automatic signal crossing, like the one that's facing right behind me that you just seen, in the whistle blowing, the bell whistling. And always yield to the yield sign to the crossbuck, especially above the crossing signals and on the cantilevers on the, sometimes they can be in the center of the cantilever and other things like that. So always be safe when you're around trains, especially when you're filming, and just be safe and just have fun, and don't let people get don't let them get underneath your skin and other things like that. Just because you film trains doesn't mean you should quit. Just because someone gets mad at you or something else, because sometimes they might be jealous, and so I wouldn't worry about what people think about you filming trains. If trains is what you like, then film trains and film the crew that's working the girls. And there's a few male engines too on the railroads too. So I got all the girls' names on the Kiamichi Railroad, and especially the ones that are males. So I don't call them by numbers. I call them by name, so it's easy to identify their number. Especially the blue bonnet on the DeQueen Eastern Railroad. Yeah, I like her 4015. She's my favorite one on the DeQueen Eastern Railroad, and so is Kendra D29, and 830 is a good one too. One's name is Susanna, and I think that is D30, and I don't see much of D30. D28, she's on lease on the somewhere on there on the she's somewhere out there on the somewhere out there on hot rails of the of any railroad in the United States. She's a Patriot Railroad Patriot Railroad engine now. She's owned by the Patriot Rail, owned by the DeQueen Eastern Railroad. So if you see her out there somewhere, film her, and then I'll see it somewhere on your videos. The 3010, she was transferred to somewhere on another railroad line, somewhere on the JK Railroad line, somewhere way up north in another state, and that's where she went to. And D30 is the new engines on the DeQueen Eastern Railroad. So if you want to say hi to my friends on the DeQueen and Kiamichi Railroad, you can come find me and my friends on that railroad company. So if you guys want your cargo or anything hauled, haul it by the Kiamichi Railroad and the Queen Eastern Railroad on the hot rails by Marshall Price. I heard they're putting some new tracks in somewhere between DeKalb and Paris, and reconnecting this whole entire rail line in South in North Texas here. It's so common, but when they get that line rehooked back up, I want to film that. I want to film the Texas Northeastern Railroad train going through that area. So pretty soon I'll be out filming the other trains, but I do other videos too, especially when it comes to filming tractors and a lot of stuff. So if y'all are interested, ship cargo by the Kiamichi Railroad and the Queen Eastern Railroad. You can haul it by Patriot Rail or by Genesee and Wyoming that owns the two companies. So if you're interested, and and that's my brother right there. That's my brother right there. So, well, if you're interested, he was wondering if I was taking pictures and videoing and stuff like that. I am. So that's my brother. He's new on the railroad. So, I'm not out usually anymore as much than I used to be, but there's things though, but there's other things that I'm going to be doing in the near future, and there's other railroad companies that I am filming, like the CPKC out there on the hot rails. So just have fun out there filming railroads and other things like that. Have fun and be safe out there. I'll see you somewhere out there on the hot rails, and always listen to railroad crossings, and do not park on the railroad crossings, and keep them on blocks for a train activity. If you especially, you need to wait till the lights stop flashing at the railroad crossing, so just in case the car breaks off, it doesn't hit you. So always wait till the lights stop flashing at a railroad crossing. It's better to be safe than sorry, because don't take no risk. And just watch for anything that could be blowing off the train and stuff like that, so be cautious when you're around trains that has unsafe cargo. But for the most part, just be safe out there, and just have fun, and don't block two-way tracks, and don't block any type of section of the tracks. Always keep them unblocked for any trains, so that way the engineer can see that the tracks are clear for them to go by, so they don't have to slow down and barely miss you or they hit you. So we don't need that. So always make sure that you stay safe, especially when you're in your vehicle, and you don't want to get anybody hurt inside of your vehicle. So I think my buddy was here. He was wanting to go to this crossing here so he could fix the box and check the boxes and stuff like that, because that's what he's doing. He's down here checking the boxes and stuff, and he doesn't want to disturb me making my videos. So that's the reason why he was asking what I was doing. So that way he didn't want to hear my videos, and I didn't mind if he gets in my videos, because he is a Kiamichi Railroad employee, and maybe sometime I might let you interview a Kiamichi Railroad employee or any other railroad employee that works for the Genesee and Wyoming if I have a chance. But I know all of them that works on these companies. Maybe someday I might let you interview on what they see inside of a locomotive, that which y'all don't see, and reasons why that they're cautious around vehicles and motorists and motorbikes and bicycles, and people walking or on the tracks or walking across tracks, because everything on the railroad is a hazard to the engineer and conductor and the fireman and the brakeman if you're near a switch yard. But there's signs posted, no trespassing, when you're near switch yards. So always watch for signs, for trespassing signs, and not all railroad tracks down this whole entire stretch is no trespassing. You can walk freely across it, but always make sure you don't got your head buds in and stuff like that, and don't be going too close to the tracks. So that's the reason why that they keep their tracks clean, so you don't have to go near their wheel, things like that. So be safe out there. And if your car feels like it's going to stall, or anything like that, you need to park it pronto right away, and do not drive it near railroad tracks. If you feel like your vehicle has problems, you need to find a safer route around away from railroad crossings, and don't turn them off when you're approaching a crossing. Keep your car running until you get your car fixed. But mostly, if your car has a problem, you need to get that fixed pronto, so you don't have to worry about stalling anywhere on the railroad tracks. So that's one thing that's what you'll have to do, is stalled cars or hazards. So if you feel like your car is stalled on the tracks, make sure you call the emergency contact info, or put your car in neutral, and other people will help you to get it off the tracks before an oncoming train comes. But the most part is, if you're stuck on the tracks in traffic, and especially railroad crossings that are adjusted, let me show you. If say like this intersection here, see how the tracks are close to this crossing here? Motorists can get trapped between the crossing and the motorists that are parked here at the crossing. So make sure you stay away from the railroad crossing and keep it unblocked, so you don't end up in that situation. That's mostly how people do get hit by trains, is when they're on the tracks. So mostly when you got an intersection that's like this, make sure you keep this unblocked, so that way you don't end up in a strike zone of an oncoming girl heading up towards you. So we don't need that, and neither does the railroad, neither does the boys that's driving the girl. And mostly in some intersections do have red lights and other things like that. So mostly do not be blocking two-way tracks, and don't be blocking one-way tracks. So always keep those unblocked, so you don't end up becoming a bump on the wreck. So we don't need that, and you don't need to be food to the girl that's running on the railroad tracks. And trains do have the right-of-way, and it does take a mile for them to stop after they hit you. So always be cautious when you're coming to a railroad crossing, and be safe at them. Do not block them. And if you feel like that there could be a train coming, mostly try to find a clear spot and then get into a turn lane or anything like that and get out of the way. So, because you never know when there could be a train coming. But mostly don't end up in that situation. It's mostly you just have to keep the tracks unblocked. So park right there by the crossing lights, where the crossing lights are, and do not put your nose near the railroad bar, because a train will knock off your front end and your back end. It depends on what type of the car it is. And especially when the gates go down, try not to break the railroad crossing sticks, guys. Those are a pain to fix. I can tell you that one. And a lot of crew don't want to come out to fix that, not unless it's something like that. So to keep that from happening, mostly try to. Oh, hey, there's Josh. There's Josh and Amanda right there. Look, there they go. And look here, we got a track crew coming this direction here. So mostly just don't block railroad crossings and stuff like that. Keep safe, and just don't get hurt, and just always listen to any other things, and just be safe. So mostly just don't block railroad crossings that involves intersections and other things like that. I'm giving them the thumbs up that it's clear, and he did a good job of looking. So they just came through, and they're bringing the vehicles down the line to do any fixing, which pretty soon I might make a video of them fixing the switch up there by the mill. I'm about to do that one next. But if you like this video, like, share, comment, and subscribe. If there's anything else I missed or misunderstood, don't forget to comment, and I'll see you somewhere out there. Marshall out, thank you for watching. See you somewhere out there on the hot rails of the Kiamichi Road and the Queen Eastern Railroad on the hot rails. Bye now, everyone. Marshall out, thank you for watching. Be safe out there, and do not block intersections. Keep them clear so you don't end up in any issues. You don't want to get people hurt in your vehicle. So that's a no-bueno. So keep everyone safe in your vehicle, and stay off the tracks with your vehicle and a motorbike and other things like that. So stay safe, everyone. Marshall out, thank you for watching.